For centuries, humans have been labeling sharks as cold blooded killers. But today we're going to be asking the question, who's the real killer? We're going to be talking about the ocean's newest apex predator and the impact of commercial fishing on Atlantic shark populations. So, who cares about sharks? Well, sharks keep the ocean's food chain balanced. They're ocean scavengers, helping to break down larger dead organisms, and overall, they're good indicators of ocean health. So, this is why you should revere sharks instead of fear them. Here's a species of shark that you may be familiar with, the scalloped hammerhead. They're huge, graceful, resilient, and respected apex predators of the ocean. We're going to be talking a little bit more about the scalloped hammerheads a little bit later on. So what is the current largest threat to shark populations worldwide? Shark populations are particularly vulnerable to commercial fisheries, specifically subsequent bycatch. Bycatch, according to Dr. Shelby Oliver, is the catch that is either unused or unmanaged. The term unused refers to discarded portions of the catch, while unmanaged refers to the catch that has either no specific management measures to allow for the sustainable harvesting of the animal. Based on this definition, global annual bycatch was calculated at 38.5 million tons. This map, from a study on common commercial fishing techniques, shows dots representing the ratio of the number of weight of bycatch relative to that of the target species from fisheries across the world. And as you can see, this is a very global issue. Current common commercial fishing techniques include longline, trawl, gill nets, and purse seines, which all operate on large scales and in international waters. Focusing on longline fishing, this technique consists often of a metal or nylon rope from which different lengths of baited hooks are dropped at varying depths depending on what is being targeted. These lines are then left out for days at a time. So why is this such a big problem? Well, sharks are often caught in the process of catching other targeted species. Approximately 50% of the global shark production is composed of sharks caught as bycatch in pelagic longline fisheries. In a study calculating the annual total bycatch for sharks among 82 fisheries, 44% of fisheries use longlines, with those longline fisheries showing the largest total annual bycatch. Another study looked at hooking survival rates of 12 shark species in U.S. Atlantic pelagic swordfish and tuna longline fisheries from 1995 to 2012. Hooking survival rates in swordfish targeting longline fisheries was over 42% for scalloped hammerheads. For species like the scalloped hammerhead, which take 15 years to reach sexual maturity, their low survival rate is alarming for the species populations. In the 1980s, an independent shark survey conducted off of Florida's coast found scalloped hammerheads to be among the top 3 most common species, but have since suffered a nearly 90% decline between 1986 and 2000. But what is being done? Of the 40 large-scale commercial longline fisheries, only 15 have observer programs that record bycatch information. Even with the ones that do, the data quality varies very widely. How do we make commercial fisheries more targeted or develop minimum standards of reporting to identify sustainable levels of bycatch? Well, bycatch depends largely on fishing practices and gear. An Australian study from 2005 to 2006 found that replacement of wire leaders to nylon leaders halved accidental catch rates due to the ability for sharks to be able to bite through the nylon. More tuna were also caught with nylon leaders, creating an economic incentive to switch. The implementation of circle hooks that catch sharks in the corners of their jaw instead of the stomach have also allowed sharks to escape easier from long lines. Other strategies include putting lines deeper in the water, altering bait, and employing sensory deterrence. Now there is hope. Data from a study in 1998 to 2001 estimated global discards at 7.3 million tons, an improvement from 1980 to 1993 at 27 million tons, due to changes in targeting practices, regulatory measures, and incentives to find markets for previously discarded fish. With stronger international management, mitigation techniques, and cooperation, there is hope for not just sharks, but all ocean life to live in harmony with people.